Thank you for joining us for the Barbados Today evening news for Tuesday, February 13. I am Marie-Claire Williams. Our top story this evening, former Prime Minister Owen Arthur today delivered his final address to Parliament, marking the end of his career as an MP. Arthur bade farewell to the lower house after serving as representative for St. Peter for the past 14 years. Both sides of the house applauded the contribution from Arthur, who said he was leaving the position fulfilled. He also said the next Parliament will have to preside over the greatest challenges that the country has ever faced.
The people of this country want the country to succeed, and that is what we now have to tap into. We must not fail Barbados. I just want to say, as I leave Parliament for the last time, Madam Deputy Speaker, because this will be my last speech ever in the House of Assembly, that I do not believe that the next Parliament will have to preside over the greatest challenges that has ever been faced by a Parliament in this country. The greatest ever. They will have to make the greatest adjustments ever. They will have to do it with a certainty in their confidence that this generation of parliamentarians are no less equal to national development and the challenges therefrom than any other previous generations of parliamentarians.
Parliament is expected to be dissolved next month to pave the way for the next general elections. Arthur told his parliamentary colleagues that this year's campaign should be an opportunity to have a serious discussion on the way forward for the economy.
That I agree with the mantra of the Democratic Labour Party that we are building not just an economy but a society. And that my disappointment in these estimates is that there is no new striking program upon which the government is prepared to embark to recognize that there is social disorder and that the state can have things to do that can help us to address social disorder. I feel that the time has come, and I would like to see it move into these estimates, where a compulsory national youth service at schools and other places, madam, will have now to be a means by which we begin to address that disorder that wants now to destroy the fabric of this society. And I'm prepared to vote for it, no matter how much it costs.
In other news this evening, MP for St. Michael West Central James Paul is calling for weight limits on vehicles travelling through Pillersdorf Development. Paul raised the concerns this afternoon that too many heavy vehicles are passing through the area, causing damage to the road. He was speaking as repair works began, undertaken by the Ministry of Transport and Works.
You have a situation where vehicles really that are not suitable for the roads come on these roads, and that needs to stop. So we need to place a limit on the type of vehicles that come down through here, because what it has done, and you can see over the years, it has actually caused the problem that you see here, where because of the fact that the road cannot handle the weight of the vehicles, it has actually sunk and has created the problem that we see.
A Jamaican national will spend the next 12 months in jail after he failed to pay a $4,000 drugs trafficking fine. 40-year-old Dorian Orlando Duaney was arrested on January 26 at the Grantley Adams International Airport. He arrived here on a flight from Jamaica via Trinidad, and after clearing immigration, he was interviewed by police and subsequently referred to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where he passed 47 taped packages of cannabis. He was arrested and charged with possession of cannabis, possession with intent to supply, trafficking, and importation of cannabis. The drugs weighed half a pound with an estimated street value of $2,000. Duaney appeared before Magistrate Lorian Smith Bovell in the District B Magistrates Court today, where he pleaded guilty to the offences. He was fined $4,000 forthwith, or 12 months in prison for the offence of trafficking. He was further convicted, reprimanded, and discharged on the other offences. He did not pay the fine and was sentenced to 12 months in prison. Police are reporting that the family of the elderly man who was found in Bonnet's Britons Hill on Sunday night has been traced. The man has been identified as 61-year-old Grantley Beckles of Draxhall Jump, St. George. He is now with his family and is safe.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse has condemned the British charity Oxfam over allegations that some of its staff members were engaged in paid sex while on a mission to assist earthquake victims in 2010. Moïse said on Twitter that there is nothing more undignified and dishonest than a sexual predator who uses his position as part of the humanitarian response to a natural disaster to exploit needy people in moments of great vulnerability. He added that what happened with Oxfam in Haiti is a serious violation of human dignity. Oxfam's Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Penny Lawrence, has since resigned, noting that there were concerns about the behavior of its staff in Chad as well as Haiti, and that the charity failed to adequately act upon. Last Friday, Oxfam said the workers' behavior was unacceptable and that such allegations risked undermining public trust in charities. And on the international scene, a second U.S. judge today blocked President Donald Trump's decision to end a program that protects immigrants from deportation who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children. The Brooklyn judge ruled that the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, or DACA, cannot end in March as planned. It was a victory for state attorneys general and immigrants who sued the Republican administration. This decision is similar to an earlier ruling by a federal judge in San Francisco that DACA must remain in place while litigation over Trump's decision unfolds. And finally, a private clinic in Gabon released the baby to her mother 5 months after her birth, after holding the infant over an unpaid medical bill. The Gabon Media Times reports that the bill was for the 35 days the baby spent in an incubator following her premature birth. The $3,600 bill was paid after a campaign was launched on behalf of the family. The baby's mother said her milk had run dry after being separated from her child for the first 5 months of her life. The director of the clinic was arrested yesterday on charges of baby kidnapping, but the charges have since been dropped. That's news this evening. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Marie Claire Williams. Good evening.